Hey everybody, thanks to Washington's new pay transparency law, Blizzard has had to put up the salary range for their jobs on their website. Blizzard, as compared to competitive companies, has been massively, and they have been exposed as massively underpaying their employees, giving them nearly half the pay of competitive companies. This has obvious some serious ramifications as to why Blizzard has struggled to maintain their talent, why Blizzard is brain draining away all their good talent, and things like that. So to start with, we're going to start this video and we're going to go over this law so everyone has a full understanding of what this is. This is Washington's new pay transparency law. Washington, for those of you outside the United States, is a state in the United States. It's not Washington, D.C. It's a state that is geographically right on top of California. It is basically impossible to work in California and not have some of your employees coming out of Washington. So what does this law specify? The policy clarifies that the Equal Pay Act requires all employers with 15 or more employees engaging in any business, industry, profession, or activity in Washington to disclose a wage scale or salary range for any new job posting. What's more, they go into this and they say if an employer is at least one Washington-based employee, the 15 or more employee threshold is met, even if all the other employees are not physically located in Washington. It goes on like this, but the general idea is there's basically no way to skirt this law. If you do not post your salary, you will be sued in Washington. The state can sue you, and your company will then obviously have to pay up for violations. I'm assuming, due to the fact that all these companies have actually complied with the law, that the punishments for skirting this law are rather severe. So what does this law dictate that you must put up on your website? The wage scale or salary range should be the employer's most reasonable and genuinely expected range of compensation for the job. The range should extend from the lowest to the highest pay established by employer prior to publishing the job posting. So what they mean by this is your lowest paid employee can be the base amount that that job will pay. The highest paid employee at that job can be the highest amount paid. So if one, let's say QA person is paid $40,000 and another is paid $80,000, and those are your lowest and highest paid employees within that job, you can say the range is in $40,000 to $80,000. That's important going forward because that means only one person has to be paid at the highest end for the salary range to extend that far. Does everyone understand that? So we're going to be looking mostly is at the low end, because a high end, again, can just be one person. By this law, it can just be one person. And it kind of goes on like that, but that's at least the general idea of what's going on here. So I have, of course, established a little document here, and we can see the ranges here. I've established a document. So for QA test lead, I compared 3 different companies to compare to Blizzard. Blizzard pays $49,600 to $91,760. Riot pays $123,000 to $173,000. Bungie pays $143,000 to $170,000. Where did I get these numbers? Well, if we look under test lead for Diablo 4, we can see down here, let's zoom in here so you guys can see this, we can see the range right here. In the US, the standard base pay range for this role is $49,600 to $91,760. Now, there were 2 QA positions that I compared to this on Riot. The issue is the first QA, and some people online thought that Blizzard's position was comparable most to QA Engineer 2. I don't believe that's true. This is an hourly paid position, and it's not a team lead position. This is a test lead position. QA2 is just a higher paid QA engineer. So actually what we want to do is we want to look at QA3. QA Engineer 3, as we can see here, is a QA engineer and quality craft leader of service operations. So this person is actually the QA lead, the 3 tiers most comparable from Riot. And if we look down here, we can see the pay is $123,000 to $173,000. So just to that here, we can see minimum of 6 years of relevant experience in quality engineering. And that's their required qualifications. Over here on the Blizzard position, we can see requirements, 3 years leading test teams and 1 to 3 years of management. So 4 to 6 years requirements on the Blizzard position, 6 years on the Riot position. So these are very comparable positions. They're both leading QA teams. Unfortunately, the Blizzard position is paying a lot less than the Riot position. As for the Bungie position, we can see right here, this is the Destiny Senior Test Manager, and we can see responsibilities and all that stuff, required skills. I don't think they actually had a required amount of years. They just said, do your best and love life really hard and you might get this job. So you can see right here, this is a test manager. Once again, as a senior test manager, you will establish and oversee cohesive tests coverage by collaborating with cross-discipline peers across all phases, blah, 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 blah. You will be responsible for a large, complex, holistic area and will care. Okay, so basically they're the leader of the team. Now we can see down here, their pay, the Washington State pay range is $143,000 to $170,000. So for the QA test lead, even if we lowballed this, even if we said that these positions were ahead of the test lead for Diablo 4, they are over double. They are being paid more than double the Blizzard position. So even if these were half as much, just to be clear, even if these numbers were half as much, they would still be noticeably higher than the Blizzard position. Starting at $49,000, starting at $123,000, starting at $143,000, the pay difference is insane. And as we've seen over the years, Blizzard has struggled to maintain a strong QA team. Now, what does a QA team do? They ensure that the product is actually fun. They ensure that the product is bug-free. They ensure the product works. And I think people that have played Riot games have noticed that it doesn't really have many game-ending errors. It doesn't really have many crashes. It is a rather stable product. You can meme it, you can ridicule it all you want, but at the end of the day, I did crash the other day, and my first thought was, damn, I haven't crashed for years. Whereas, let's say, Blizzard products have been losing that Blizzard quality lately. So then I went on to test another position, and on this second position, I decided to test the senior game designer. Now, this is the senior game designer of Hearthstone. This is not a regular game designer. This is the senior game designer of Hearthstone, okay? And the senior game designer of Hearthstone can be paid $80,000 to $149,000. Now, comparing that to a QA lead. Now, a QA lead is a very important position. I'm not saying it's not. You want to ensure that your product is actually fun. You want to ensure your product works. You need to make sure patch to patch that everything works. The man in charge of managing that entire team is very important. Unfortunately, the Blizzard senior designer of Hearthstone is paid $80,000 starting to $149,000. The starting salary of a Blizzard lead designer on Hearthstone is lower than the QA lead. How do the other roles do? So here we have the Game Designer 3 on TFT. So this is obviously a very high end. This is a senior game designer on Team Fight Tactics. That's one of the Riot products. And now, how much do you guys think? Like, just actually put it down in the comments. You know, based on this, based on the 80,000. Did I say it was 80,000? Let me look at this here. Yeah. See, the 80,000. Based on the 80,000 for the Blizzard, how much do you think Riot is paying their tier 3 game designer, their senior game designer on TFT? Well, when we scroll down here, $136,000 to $190,000. So almost, but not quite double. Now, how much do you think? And put a comment. Put a comment. Literally, actually guess. How much do you think Bungie is paying for a Bungie? And this is a gameplay designer, senior to staff. So this one, I think pay range 2 should be senior, and then this one should be staff. I don't know why they have senior and staff listed here too, but we have range 2, which would be senior. Range 3 would be staff. Now, this was range 3 for the Riot product, but these don't seem to be directly comparable to each other, unfortunately. In particular, Blizzard doesn't list their things well at all. They just have senior game designer, card design, Hearthstone. This could be a lower end, I don't know, but even if this was on the lower end, we would be comparing an 80,000 start to a 132,000 start. So once I write this down, senior game designer, we have Blizzard comes out to an 80,000 starting pay. Riot has a $136,000 starting pay. Bungie has a $132,000 starting pay. So even if once again we somehow assume that this Blizzard position has less job or something, I don't know. We would have to assume a lot. And considering these salary ranges are pretty competitive with each other, we can assume that these are filling the same roles. Unfortunately, once again, we have seen that Blizzard is massively underpaying their employees. Now, I did look at a third role too, because I thought to myself, surely it's the upper end, right? The upper end of Blizzard, they're the ones making all the pay, and the results of that might actually shock you. In what way do you think they'll shock you? Well, here we have the, what is this? This is the Director of Product Management for the Warcraft Arclight Rumble. That's their new mobile game they're doing. As a core part of our franchise and game leadership turn, successful product leaders at Blizzard need a unique mix of quantitative and qualitative capabilities. Blah, 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 blah. They want to develop the long-term strategy of the business for our game, communicate the vision, and give updates on progress to leadership. Build and manage a first-class product management team, including the capability to provide the right data, information, and insights to support short and long-term decision-making. Be a fierce advocate for the quantitative, data-informative culture. Blah, blah, blah. So this guy is going to be the Director of Product Management on Warcraft Arclight Rumble. And they are being paid $120,000 to $223,000. So that is right. The entire, I shit you not, the entire product management, the Director of Product Management, the low end they are being paid is less than just the senior game designer at Riot and Bungie. Now, I did look at two different roles. Now, once again, the Blizzard is kind of hiding their roles. They are doing that. I have noticed that throughout when I was looking at all their different job postings. They seem to be very good at hiding what they're actually hiring for and what tier that these people are on. So I did compare these to two different roles at Riot. So here we have the Game Senior Creative Director of League of Legends, and the Senior Creative Director of League of Legends is being paid $220,000 to $330,000. Then I looked at the Senior Director Product Management. Now I did, you see here, so we have got Product Management and Director here. So here we have the Senior Director Product Management. Now maybe this puts him above, I don't know. Once again, it's very hard to tell across all different job postings what we have. This one is $245,000 to $367,000. So even if we have the Game Senior Creative Director, the Blizzard Director of Product Management, and I assure you, let me go back here just so you guys can see on this one. So if I search by Senior Director, we can see you don't. There's no. I'm not finding it. They just only go Associate Director. They only go Associate Director Product Management. And even if I go in here, Associate Director Product Management, we can see the pay range would still be very, very low. So unfortunately, I can't find anything on their website. If we have Senior Art Director, once again, these pay ranges $206,000. So even the Senior Art Director would be getting paid less than the Senior Game Creative Director. So there's no position or anything at Blizzard. None of these I could find that gave near the pay range of anything from the Riot games. Now, as for Bungie, we have $245,000 to $367,000 on the Senior Director Product Management. Sorry, that's League of Legends again. Here we have the Director of Product Management. So once again, you can only go by what's being posted here, and what are we seeing posted here? Once again, consistently $220,000 to $260,000. So when I scroll down here, we have the Product Manager, Blizzard, a mere $120,000 start. Oh no. To Riot's $220,000, $245,000 to Bungie's $220,000 start. And once again, if I'm wrong, I literally cannot find anything here. I literally searched around so much everywhere. The Director of Immortal Publishing. This is still only being paid $120,000. There is nothing at Blizzard. I assure you, I've searched a lot. There's nothing at Blizzard that is paying nearly what Riot and Bungie are paying. And these are just two of their competitors, okay? Nobody at Blizzard is getting paid. Nobody at Blizzard is getting paid. If I look up here, and I assure you, if I go to Blizzard and I go to QA, QA jobs, QA language lead, recent certified QA. Do they have quality assurance? Okay, so let's look at quality assurance. We have the test lead of Diablo 4. That's what I showed you earlier. 49,000 start. That's it. Test lead. The test director. The test director of Overwatch has 107,000. So even if we assumed the test director of Overwatch, let me actually put this in just to be as fair as is humanly possible. Okay? Even the test director at Overwatch, this is the highest paid person at Overwatch, period, okay, is not being paid as much as Riot and Bungie. The low end, and this is what they're hiring at, because remember, they're not going to hire you. The high end is merely the highest paid employee. Only one person has to be paid that amount, okay? So we can see here very clearly the test director, and this is a role above what these other people were doing. As a test director for quality assurance, you would deliver development support plans and lead test managers. See, that's the thing. They're leading the managers. So this person, this is the test manager. So basically, at Blizzard, the person being paid, this person is being paid this much to lead this person. That's what I'm saying. This person at Blizzard is being paid less to manage the people at Bungie who are being paid more than him. Oh man, I like. Here's the thing: when I'm looking at this video, I would have to be so unfathomably wrong about all of this to such an absurd degree. I would have to be so wrong about everything here, and that's crazy because this is coming off their website. So, what is the purpose of this video? It makes a lot of sense. It does. I think it starts to make a lot of sense what's happening to Blizzard because clearly this is not equalizing this. And if the entire lead of everybody, if the test lead, the lead, can I find anything here? Can I find anything test lead? See, that's a QA lead, QA. Yeah, see, they don't, senior manager QA quality experience. It's a senior QA manager. You're a manager, professional, see, like when I look at this, it's just 173,000. So like when I tried, like this is what I'm saying, like when I'm trying to find a job that's comparable, right? It's like, here's what Riot is paying for this same job. And I'm trying so hard to find anything from Blizzard that pays any real money. I am trying so hard. I assure you, I'm trying to prove myself wrong because that's what you should do in an argument. Try to prove yourself wrong. But the thing is, the same Blizzard position is paying 107,000 starting to a Riot position with 173,000 starting. It is not comparable. So, what is the point of this video? What is the purpose behind all of this? First off, thank you, Washington. You did a great service to everyone. You've helped out the worker. You've helped out the workers of America immeasurably. You're extremely great. But holy crap, it makes sense why Blizzard is having so much brain drain. It makes sense why Blizzard is having so many issues. Anytime anyone at Blizzard realizes everyone else is being paid nearly double the amount of money, they just run. That's why Riot has gotten so many of the former Blizzard talent. That's why so many of the former Blizzard talent have quit. That's why so many of the former Blizzard talent are making their own companies. Because they actually want to get paid what they deserve to get paid. That's why Blizzard is running on fumes right now and why they can't seemingly get anyone to work at their company anymore. And I guess that's the purpose of this video. So that's it, everyone. If you possibly still, after this video, think Blizzard is still paying a fair play, I don't know what to tell you because this is actually insane. I would have to be so unbelievably wrong. It's insane. And I don't believe I am that unbelievably wrong. So thank you for watching. Blizzard, pay your fucking employees, you piece of shit. Pay your fucking employees. Thank you all for watching. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Goodbye, everybody.